Alright guys, welcome to McKola TV. This is the Premier League review and we're live. Yes, how are you guys doing? All the weekend's action is now over. As you can see, next to my head are all the scores from this weekend, ending in that draw at St. James Park, which has put Jurgen Klopp under a little bit of pressure. Now, I don't mean for his job, but he's definitely under pressure. They are dropping way too many points already in the season. Also under pressure this weekend is a man that is definitely under pressure and possibly under pressure for his job. Ronald Koeman. They've lost again against Burnley at Goodison Park. Poor performance from them. So what is going on at Goodison Park? What is going on at Anfield? And of course, what is going on at Burnley? Sean Dyche with another solid performance from his side today. Another great 3 points picked up. And they've picked up, let me check this out. They've beaten Chelsea and Everton at their own grounds. They've drew against Spurs and Liverpool at their own grounds. I'd be happy if United had a record like that this season in the big games. So Burnley are doing fantastically well. And at the moment, they sit 6th in the table. Obviously, still very, very early days. Only 7 games have been played each. 21 points have been up for grabs. And the two at the top, Manchester United, Manchester City. Well, Manchester City at the top by virtue of goal difference and 1 goal. We've scored about the same as each other. 22 for City, 21 for United. We've conceded 2. They've conceded 2. And they are top virtue of 1 goal difference. Madness. We've got plenty to talk about today in the Premier League review show, and I will of course be diving into your comments as well, so make sure you keep it locked. I've got my phone here and I'll be diving into your comments. Also, what we're going to be doing at the end of today's video is we're going to be revealing who has won the copy of Pro Evolution Soccer 2018. I may even give 2 copies away because I'm feeling happy about it. So I'm going to release one of the winners today, and I may give another away as well. So keep it locked to McKola TV to find out your chance to win it. And of course, who has won the recent competition. So keep it locked. We've got plenty to discuss today. And I'm just going to dive into your questions right now as well. Let me make sure the volume's down on my phone. It is. Make sure you're hitting that like button as well, guys. We haven't got many likes at the moment. There's way more of you in the house than likes. So make sure, come on, hit that like button. Robert's watching from Oklahoma. Thank you for watching. Ismail says, let's all laugh at the Scousers. It is a bit of misery on Merseyside at the moment. Kane says, what did I miss? You haven't missed much, mate. We've not long started. Palace will score when they play Brighton, and Palace score in the League Cup, says Levi. Oh, United, we love you, says Stephen. Don't we all? Feeling confident for the Liverpool game, says Mizan. And Levi also says, FIFA is better. Well, you'll be happy to know that I'm also doing FIFA content as well. The first video went up last week, and the second video will be up on Friday, so keep it locked to that. Marwan Fellaini says to here. We got a Bradford City fan in the house. Thank you for joining us, mate. How many years has Full Time Devils been up and running? It has been about 5 years now. I've been involved from the start, so it has been 5 years. Usman says, Wally of the Week contenders have to be Koeman and Klopp. They're likely to be, aren't they? And there will be a Wally of the Week up on Tuesday. Martial and Rashford to start against Liverpool, says Rahul. Liverpool are going to tremble at our attack, says Zemps. But they've also got a very good attack as well, so we have to be aware of that. Governor Bandicoot, good evening, mate, and thank you for joining us. Will we beat Liverpool, says Harry Pledger. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But first, what I want to talk about is Sean Dyche. Because we rarely give the likes of Sean Dyche opportunities when we're speaking about football, when we're speaking about the Premier League. We rarely speak about characters like Sean Dyche that are doing well. We speak about them when they're doing poorly, but never when they're doing well. And Burnley are doing fantastically well at this moment in time. Fantastically well. Their away record is great. And with the away fixtures they've been handed, you would have thought, shit, they are fucked. They're going to concede a lot of goals. They're going to drop a lot of points. And they're going to be towards the end of the bottom of the table. But they're not. They're sitting 6th, just outside the traditional top 5. With 12 points. Beaten Chelsea. Beaten Everton. Drew with Spurs. Drew with Liverpool. They've got no Keane, who they sold to Everton. No Tom Heaton, who's been injured. And Sean Dyche has managed to build this fantastic side that defends well, that has a little bit of a threat up front. But if they keep a clean sheet, it's likely, which is very likely in games, they're likely to score one at the other end. So this is a fantastic Burnley side, and I think they deserve a lot of mention. Sean Dyche has been getting younger players and coaching the hell out of them. Now, some like Michael Keane have gone on and moved, but he's replaced them with Tarkowski. He's replaced Ben Mee. They've got, Michael Keane's who's left. So they've replaced him with like-for-like players, and he's coached them, and he's got them better. And I really like that about Sean Dyche. He's improving the players that he does have. He's improving Burnley season in, season out. And you'd think Burnley would be a side that would just be happy with staving off relegation. And I think they will be happy with avoiding relegation. Although I think their targets will have risen a little bit. And maybe they'll be hoping, to finish in the top 10 or, about 10th, 11th. But I think Burnley deserve a lot of credit for their start to the season. And going into the second international break, I think Sean Dyche has been one of the managers of the season so far. And well done to Burnley. A lot of people are going to be talking about Ronald Koeman and how he's under pressure for his job. And we'll be talking about that today. But don't take away from the fact that Sean Dyche has got another great 3 points on the road. This is an Everton side that drew against Manchester City, beat Stoke at Goodison Park. But Burnley have gone there, kept the clean sheet and won. Now I know Everton aren't playing great at the moment and they're not in the best form. And Apollon Limassol went there and got a draw midweek. And they haven't been in great form. But Burnley have gone there, done a job. And Everton would have thought this is a game we'll be winning. This is a game we can pick up points in. Because Everton have had difficult fixtures. Out of their 7 games, 4 of them have been against United, Spurs, Chelsea, City. They've lost 3, got a point against City. And you can understand then why they've maybe not won so many games. They beat Stoke at home, lost against Burnley. So when you're looking at that, you're thinking this was a game they had to win. And Coleman's piling the pressure on himself. They spent a lot of money in the summer. But I don't think you can really talk about the money that they spent in the summer because other teams around them have spent money. When you look at Burnley, they've got Steven Defour in the middle. Now, I know they didn't splash the cash like Everton did in the summer, but they have some quality in there too. And I think every team in the Premier League has quality. I think Everton's big problem has been they haven't replaced Romelu Lukaku. Bringing in Wayne Rooney was not enough. He is not going to lead your line and lead you to a top half of the table finish. That is not going to happen. He has to be behind a striker or be the second number 9. He can't be the main number 9. He scored a few goals for them as well. He scored against Limassol in midweek. Scored 2 in the Premier League as their top goal scorer. But nevertheless, he's not going to get 20 plus goals in the league for you anymore. And I think Everton's failure to replace Romelu Lukaku, obviously they bought Sandro in as well, but they haven't done enough there in the transfer window. And whilst they have spent a lot of money, when you look at their team, you think, yes, Sigurdsson's a good signing, but Wayne Rooney plays in his position. So how's that going to work? Michael Keane, very good signing, but he's not going to get you goals. And they just haven't got goals in that team. And that's the big problem for Everton at the moment. Where are those goals going to come from? Can Coleman survive until January when he'll have the opportunity to buy somebody? I'm not too sure. I do think Ronald Koeman should be given time. I mean, Everton have started slowly in the past. Ronald Koeman, he's a Premier League experienced manager. So he should be able to dig him out of this hole. And I don't think they should sack him. But nevertheless, he's not doing himself any favours at the moment. And results like this are only going to heap more and more and more pressure on Ronald Koeman. It's a shame Chelsea and City didn't end in a draw, says Paul Lucas. We'll talk about that a little bit later as well. Big result for Manchester City in that game. Umar Niasse scores 3, says Levi Whitfield. And he was apparently, they wanted him out, didn't they? So that's crazy. Probably sack him in the morning, says Stephen. Yeah, it is a bit of a for fuck's sake, isn't it? Ibrahim thinks Liverpool are going to smash us. Now, I'm not getting into a false sense of security because of Liverpool's results recently and their draws against the likes of Sevilla at home and the likes against Newcastle away. I'm not getting into a false sense of security about that. John's John or McElroy7 in the comments says Ronald Koeman for Wally of the week. Possibly. I think it would be dodgy if I gave it Klopp a week or two before we played them. That's something I don't want to do. So it may be Ronald Koeman this week. Where is Balassi? Is he alive? Says Sammy. Wasn't he injured? Didn't he pick up a serious injury last season? Palace in a downward spiral, says Paul. The good thing for Crystal Palace is I think their difficult fixtures are out of the way now. So they should have some games after the international break that you'd expect them to do better in. And I think they got Bournemouth or someone like that coming up at home. Ronald Bat, thank you for watching all the way from South Africa. Anything can happen in the derby, says Jack. And remember, Koeman said Lukaku degraded himself by joining United, says Abs. It's funny, obviously I don't agree with that at all. It's funny that that's said because I think if this Everton side actually had a Romelu Lukaku, they'd be doing a lot better. And I think they'd be closer to the top half of the table. So you have to just think, it's madness that Everton are one goal scoring striker away from being a very good side. But Ronald Koeman could still get the sack, and it's his fault. He should have signed a striker in the summer, and he didn't. Rooney isn't going to get you the goals. Rooney didn't even start today. And I'm not surprised because, you can't start week in, week out in the Premier League, I don't think. And I was saying that when he was at Manchester United, and I'll be saying it probably more this season. Because whilst, yes, it's great to see him score goals against the likes of Man City for us, I think his time is up as a top player. And I think Ronald Koeman probably got blindsided by the fact that they signed Rooney and he thought that they'd have more goals in them. And those goals haven't come. Not yet anyway. I know he's got 3, but that's not enough. And he's only got 2 of those in the Premier League. So they need more goals. It's not just Rooney's problem either. We'll be talking about Jurgen Klopp and his defensive woes too today. And we'll also be talking about Manchester United and Manchester City at the top end of the table. What other results can we talk about? Harry Kane continues to score goals as Spurs got an impressive 4-0 victory away to Huddersfield. Bournemouth 0, Leicester 0. Obviously United 4, Crystal Palace 0, Stoke 2, Southampton 1. So they bagged themselves a crucial 3 points and a difficult one for Southampton as well to take because it came late. Peter Crouch's goal. Southampton have dropped more points and their start to the season hasn't been good at all. West Brom, Watford coming from 2 goals down to draw 2-2. Marco Silva's impressive run continuing. They're doing very, very well again. So fair play to them. West Ham, crucial 3 points for Slaven Bilic, who again we spoke about in terms of the sack race recently as well. So another big victory for West Ham. Man City getting that win against Chelsea. I wanted, like a few of you have said in the comments, I wanted that to be a draw. And I was gutted that game wasn't a draw because it would have been nice if we could have pulled 2 points away from both of them, especially with that game coming up against Liverpool. And like I said, Liverpool may not be in great form at the moment, or they may be dropping points that they shouldn't. But that game at Anfield, a game that they can close the gap a little bit to us, a game where their fans will be up for it, their team will be up for it, their manager will be up for it. It's a dodgy one. So we can't be going into there thinking, yeah, we're going to piss this. Of course we're in very good form. Of course we're probably marginally favourites going into the game. But we're not. It's not an easy game. And don't let those results against Newcastle and the like fool you into thinking otherwise. JL says Rashford looked so confident yesterday as if he has been watching Mbappe. I think the problem with Liverpool is they only have one plan, and when that plan doesn't work, they're not set up to defend that and wayward strikes, says Paul Lucas. I know Liverpool beat Crystal Palace 1-0, but Crystal Palace haven't scored any goals this season, and if Benteke didn't miss a glorious opportunity, it would have been 1-1. But Liverpool rarely win games 1-0, and you feel like they're always going to concede, and because of that, they usually do, and they're going to drop a lot of points because of that. Stephen says, not taken away from how good we're playing at the moment, because we are ruthless, just can't help but be nervous about City going head to head. I think City have a lot of firepower going forward. I think, of course, they're keeping clean sheets at this moment in time, but I think our defence is better than theirs. But it's going to be a big tussle. United need to keep their consistency. We only play them twice a season. I think City will drop points. United will drop points too. but it's about how you react to dropping points. It's about how solid you are defensively, who can keep their defensive run going, because both teams are always going to score goals. So whilst I think, yes, Manchester City are a fantastic side with a lot of firepower, I'm not getting overly concerned or overly worried. They won their first 10 games last season and they didn't win the league. So yes, a great start for them, great start for United, but let's not discount Chelsea. Chelsea started slowly last season, ended up winning the league, and let's not get over the top in our praise of both United and City, because there are tougher tests to come for both teams. So yeah, I think both teams at this moment in time, when you look at the records, United second, 19 points, 21 scored, 2 against, 19 goal difference. City first, 19 points, 22-4, 2 against, 20 plus goal difference. That's how tight it is at the moment. If United had scored another one against Crystal Palace, we would have been level. So it shows you how close it is at the top at the minute. But again, we've got that game coming against Liverpool. Big game for us. I think Manchester City have got a home game that day, which is decent for them. So, you know, looking at all of those things, you have to consider that it's going to be a long season. You can't get carried away yet. It's only 7 games in. But it does look like it's going to be between United and City. And we're already starting to pull a little bit of a gap away from those teams behind us. Already 7 points ahead of the likes of Liverpool as well. Talking about Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp, game, they dropped points today. Klopp's flops dropped points today. I'm not going to say that because they'll go and beat us in 2 weeks' time. But Jurgen Klopp's side dropped more points today at Newcastle against old manager Rafa Benitez, 1-1. When they went 1-0 up, they looked pretty comfortable. And Coutinho's goal was really, really frustrating for me. It was a great strike. I'm not going to take that away from him. Fantastic strike. But you're looking at the defender, well, it was a midfielder, John Joel Shelby. He shows him inside. He backs off. What are you doing? Close the space down. If he shoots, it should be hitting your shins. Why are you backing off him? Everybody knows what Coutinho can do to you from there. And they backed off him, bang. 1-0 to Liverpool. Silly decision making by Newcastle. But Liverpool could have and maybe should have scored before then. And not only that, they then went to practically gift Newcastle a goal. They created a great opportunity. I think it was Hosselu who went through. He got through and he was going backwards. He was so slow. Defender catches him up. He's about to shoot. Defender kicks the ball against his leg. It's a goal. It was a very fortunate goal for Newcastle. But 1-1. And after that, I can't really remember Liverpool looking like scoring or being on the brink of scoring. And Newcastle had their chances too. But I thought Newcastle were poor. And that probably says a lot about the result for Liverpool. Because Newcastle were poor today. So, interesting one. But Klopp's defence, again, not good enough. Their failure to invest in the defence. When you think they spent 40 million on Chamberlain in the last day, in a position that they're heavily covered in, but they didn't buy a defender. They courted Van Dijk all summer. Now I'm not concerned if they don't sort the defence out. I hope they don't. But the questions have to be asked about Jurgen Klopp, and I think he gets away with it a little bit in the media. I think he gets away with their shoddy defence. I think if there was most other managers, you know, and their defence was leaking goals week in, week out, people would be saying, what the fuck's going on? You know, and questioning the manager a little bit more. And he gets away with it a little bit. He comes out with some bizarre things as well. That's not to say I think he should be sacked or I think he will be sacked. I don't think he will be. And I think Liverpool at this moment in time probably feel like they're lucky to have Jurgen Klopp. Because when you look at all the other managers out there, Mourinho's at United, Pep's at City, Conte's at Chelsea, etc. However long that's going to be for. And the other top managers that are out there, they're all at other clubs. Yes, Ancelotti's available. But I think Liverpool feel lucky to have Klopp. That's not to suggest I think they should sack him, but I don't think they would because of that. They feel lucky to have him. But it's a bit dodgy, him. They get knocked out of the League Cup. Why are you fielding a weakened side in a competition that you could win and take a bit of pressure off yourself? You're not going to win the Premier League this season. It's going to be very difficult for you to win the Champions League. And you're just tossing away one of the two competitions that you have a realistic opportunity of winning. Seemed a little bit strange to me because a cup competition win could take the pressure off his whole season. So, odd ones. Adam says it's double standards, big time. Aaron says it's because he's a passion merchant. Paul says he only has one plan, and that's the high press. Is Arsenal now better or Chelsea terrible like Arsenal? I don't think Chelsea are as bad as Arsenal. I think Arsenal have just had some favourable fixtures recently. Obviously, they've done better in them and they've won their games. But I thought they were a little bit lucky today against Brighton. I thought Brighton could have got back level at 1-0. Didn't take their opportunities. Obviously, Arsenal went 2-0 up and then saw the game out quite comfortably. But I think Arsenal, they've had fixtures that they should be winning. 1 win in 7 matches. Jurgen Flop, says Charlie Adams. Let's get Adam to 41k subs, says Nazboy. Yes, guys, you can see I'm 109 away from 41k subs. 50k is the target by the end of the year. So get hitting that subscribe button. If you're not subscribed to Adam McKola TV yet, hit that subscribe button right about now. Get doing it. We've got close to 200 people in. We've got over 100 likes at the moment. So thank you very much for getting involved. I'd still say it's between Chelsea, City and United for the league, says Inez. And I totally agree with you. As for an update on the top goal scorers, we're going to give you an update on that at the moment. Harry Kane's on 6. He scored 2 this weekend. Got taken off on a hat-trick as well, which isn't the first time, which is a little bit strange. I'm sure he'd be gutted about that. Morata still on 6. Aguero still on 6. Morata played but come off injured. Aguero didn't play because he got injured in Amsterdam. And Lukaku scored. So he's top of the goal scoring charts on 7 goals now. And what I loved about Romelu Lukaku is he seemed really, really intent on scoring a goal. Even though United were 3-0 up, 2-0 up, he wasn't happy with that. He wasn't happy with United just winning. He wants to get on the goal scoring charts. Now I know a lot of people would probably criticise the striker for that, but I like it. He's not obviously putting us at risk of losing a game. He's trying to get a goal. And I like that little ruthless streak and that little greedy streak in your strikers. You need it. Ruud van Nistelrooy used to have it. The best strikers have it. Ronaldo has it, where he just always wants to score. And it's nice to see that from Romelu Lukaku, him taking a little bit of, maybe not responsibility, because obviously there's a big responsibility already on his shoulders, but kind of feeling like he has to score every game. That's good for your strikers. I gotta say, City looks slightly stronger than us, says Ben. Still very early doors. Even says if there was one Liverpool player you'd bring into our United team, who would it be? Mane? Coutinho maybe? That's about it really. That's it. I don't think anyone else would get into our team. Firmino ain't starting for us. Sturridge wouldn't start for us. Henderson wouldn't get in our 23s. Their defence is shit. Their goalkeeper's shit. Mane and Coutinho are the only two I could realistically say would have a chance of playing for Manchester United. Tiger Twain says he thinks Adam is the special one as far as YouTube channels are concerned. Love you, mate. Thank you very much. Lukaku, less selfish than Kane, says Joel. Kane, best striker in the world, says Adam. He's definitely up there at the moment. Every time I listen to the radio or I watch something or I hear people questioning whether Harry Kane's world class. Can we just put that shit to bed now? It's obvious Harry Kane is world class. He's banging in goals for fun, for fuck's sake, every week. Premier League, Champions League, whatever it is, he scores goals. He'd do it anywhere. He'd do it any fucking where. He would score goals anywhere. Right then. I think now is competition time. So what I'm going to do is pick a winner for the PES 2018. The copy of PES 2018. Now remember, it is a promo copy. So it's just a disc in an empty case. It's the promo copy that was given by Pro Evolution Soccer, by the guys at Konami, by the guys at PES 2018. It's a promo copy, but it's the full game. It's legit. It's on PS4, and one of you guys can be winning it. So I'm just going to bring up the video right now, and I'm going to randomly pick one of the names out of the comments who have commented their VOLE username. I'm going to pick one of those names to win the copy of the game. Right, and let me find it. Here's the video. Drum roll, please. Just bear with me, guys. Right then. I've got them all here. I've got them all here. I've got them all here. I'm going to stop randomly on one with my finger. And I'm going to say that name. And then you're going to be the winner of the competition. Who is it going to be? It is Youssef Taraf. Youssef Taraf. You are the winner. I'm going to message you now. I'm going to reply to your comment. You are the winner of the copy of PES 2018. Now, if you guys want to win another copy of PES 2018, should I tell you what to do? Should I tell you what to do to win a copy of PES 2018? Should I tell you what I do? Because I got 2 copies to give away. It's simple. Hang on, let me just message this guy. Contact me with your info. Let me find him on VOLE as well. Right then, guys. So if you want to win PES 2018 on PlayStation 4, all you need to do is see the description below. Click the link to download VOLE on Android or on your Apple. Download VOLE. Follow me at Adam McKola, and then put your username in the comments below. Your VOLE username in the comments below on this video. Now, even if you entered last time and you didn't win, enter again. So download the app, follow Adam McKola, comment your username under this video, and you could win PES 2018. And I'll announce the winner next week. Youssef Taraf has won the copy this week. So Youssef Taraf will obviously have that. And one more of you guys will be able to win the competition. So get in touch with me right now. And you may be a winner, guys. You may be a winner. So go and do it. Anyway, guys, this has been the Premier League review where we've been talking Sean Dyche, Koeman and Klopp under pressure on Merseyside. We've been talking about the Golden Boot. We've been talking about City and United at the top of the league. I want you to get all your opinions in on those things. And Youssef Taraf, you have won a copy of PES 2018. And you can enter to win a copy of PES 2018 by downloading VOLE. The link is in the description below. Following Adam McKola on VOLE and then commenting your VOLE username below this video, and I will pick a winner out this week and contact you with the information to get me, and I'll send you a copy of PES 2018. Reminder that it is a promo copy and there's no case for it, but you've got the disc and it definitely works and it's the full game. So that's what you need to do to get involved here on Adam McKola TV. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Make sure you keep hitting that subscribe button. Race to 50k. We're going to try hit it before January the 1st, 2018. So make sure you subscribing, liking, sharing. I've been Adam McKola. This has been the Premier League review. I am out of here.